minds think alike. Great minds podcast. Great minds think alike. Great minds podcast. Great minds think alike. Great minds podcast. Great minds think alike. Let's rock. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast.
All right, welcome to the Great Minds Podcast. This is Derrick.
This is Vaughn.
And we're back. What's going on?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but we back.
Yeah, a little summer vacay. You know, gotta do the family thing, gotta do the dad thing, all that. But we back. Episode 75. Let's go. 3 quarters.
Word up.
What's going on?
Almost at 100.
Yeah. So one of my favorite seasons is here. Football season. Love football season. I love fantasy football. Well, we love fantasy football. You already know. It's the most fun and stressful time of the year, fantasy football. I know for me, every year I'm like, yo, this year I ain't even gonna sweat it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stay up and watch the games. I'll be up.
It's impossible.
I'll be up like, yo, one more quarter. I just need 3 points.
Yo, I did that whole draft yesterday that we had from our phone, yo. I wasn't even home, and I was at a soccer practice, and I was doing it on the drive back. So I don't want to hear nothing about no one saying, yo, it's too late or this stuff's going on. Nah.
All right, quick question for you, just off topic before we get into our topics today, right? Now, would you rather be up going into Monday Night Football with no one left, or down having to come back? It's the same score either way. Like
I'd rather be down coming back because I feel that I have a little control, even though I don't have any control, but I have a little control of the outcome. If I don't have anybody going, it's kind of like I'm just watching.
I agree. It's like you're just watching your score dwindle.
Word, you're like, yeah. You're like, what's going on? Like, don't get one more catch, please. Don't get the catch.
I feel you, because even if you're down, you get a couple big plays, like depending on how much you're down, you're like, you could go to bed at halftime if you got to go off early.
Word.
You got to worry about it the other way, especially if you're going against a cat like Tyreek Hill or somebody. Forget about it.
Devontae Adams almost had me
I'm just saying
last year.
I'm saying Reed could put up 15 on one play.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely could.
I won't get too off topic. All right, so today we're gonna get into our top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 running backs, top 5 wide receivers, and some early Super Bowl picks. I think we should have an opportunity to amend that mid-season though.
No doubt, yes. Things can happen. Injuries,
like around week, yeah. All right, so this is our list as of now. Quarterbacks. I'm gonna start first with the quarterbacks. I think the best, I'll start with fifth. Fifth, I go Lamar Jackson, number 5. I think people criticize him for not being able to pass. Like the year people were saying, like, yo, he can't pass, and then you like look at his numbers, like yo, he led the NFL in throwing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, is he Brady? No. Is he effective? Yeah. I mean, he is. I like to see him. I was really happy that he won that playoff game, because that would have been, you know how it is. You know how it is, man. They be hard.
Crucify some more.
Yeah. So he got the win, so they got off his back. So I'm gonna go with him. 4. I'm 5. 4. I'm going Brady. Now, okay. I'm gonna say, if I needed one game to win, I'm going with Brady, just on the strength. You know what I'm saying? He's done it too many times. He's done it when you didn't think he could do it. So if I need one game, I'm going Brady. But I got him at this number 4, and the fan be 44, and the number 4 quarterback in the league. I think is great. 3, I'm gonna go with Russ. I think Russ always running for his life. Always, never really had a good line. Wins a bunch. Should, if his coach is not trying to get cute with Marshawn Lynch, he's got 2 chips. You know what I'm saying? Back to back too. That would have been right.
Yeah, it would have been back to back.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2, I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers, man. I mean, like Aaron Rodgers might be like, I like the most skilled quarterback I've seen. Like, just like throw the ball on a whim. And he's like a regular sized dude too. Ain't like you look at a guy like Peyton Manning, you're like, all right, well, Big Ben, like these guys look like they're supposed to be football players.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers look like he could be a lawyer, or you know what I'm saying, or a teacher or something. And then one, I'm gonna go Mahomes. You know, people are calling him like the greatest. I ain't with all that. Like,
yeah, he's tweaking on that, but
it's way too early in his career. I think he's extremely gifted, and I think Andy Reid is an extremely gifted offensive coach too. And then like Tyreek Hill's probably like the fastest person ever. And he could run like all types of routes too. You could cross him. You could take the fact that he's so fast. Like it's impossible to defend him because you can't let him get behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about the defensive line. I get that pressure.
And then like, and if you throw it in front of him, like his there's no angle on him. So I'm gonna go with Mahomes #1 right now. Brady the GOAT though. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. So instead of going with QBs, I'm gonna jump to wide receivers because they got to throw the ball to those guys. So let's kind of do that. So my top 5 wide receivers right now: Michael Thomas. I don't care what's going on in New Orleans. I don't care about all that he say, she say stuff.
Right.
Yo, like the best possession receiver I think in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like, you know, bar none. Right. You know, and he was doing it with, you know, no matter who he had, Drew Brees, but Brees wasn't throwing no bombs like that. Brees throwing like 15-yard curls, 10-yard curls. You know what I'm saying?
He had that noodle arm at the end.
Word up. And he's doing it for a period of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a one-hit one type of thing. So that's my number 5. Number 4, my man Stephon Diggs. I think he's just nice.
Diggs nasty, man.
Yeah, I just think like him leaving Minnesota, what he did in Buffalo, Minnesota, I know he was nice. I'm like, all right, no, we don't know how good he is.
I thought that was a bad trade. I thought that was a bad trade too. I think we all did. Like, you trading all these picks for Diggs?
Yeah, but
no doubt.
Yeah, it worked out, right? Number 3, I think is my sleeper, but some dude that's low on the radar because his teams always suck. But Allen Robinson, I think like as far as like route running, Allen Robinson, he eats. Doesn't matter, and he's been doing it for a couple years too. So it's not like, again, I'm looking at people that's not doing it like 2. I'm doing like 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My number 2, I think who got the best hands in the league right now, D-Hop. Like he'll catch anything. Like it don't matter what you throw, he'll catch it. You know what I'm saying? And he's not a big dude. So like the fact that he's kind of like my man Robbie, what's my man's name?
Anderson.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson, kind of skinny, but he's stronger than that. But he makes guys like that see that they can have a chance.
Right.
The way he didn't really take big hits. You know, he gets down, catches everything. He's stronger than he looks. You don't get it twisted, but he's not like a Larry Fitzgerald big. Right. You know what I'm saying? But my number 1, I gotta say Devontae Adams, man. I think like his footwork at the line is crazy. He's like unguardable. I don't think, and the thing about him is to me is that the routes that he's running, it doesn't matter who his quarterback is too. Like he has Aaron Rodgers, but at that time when Aaron Rodgers was hurt, he was still eating. It doesn't matter. Like you can't short intermediate routes. Gets physical, goes deep. You can't stop him. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy thing about Devontae, he was almost like, I ain't gonna call him a bum, but like at one point in time, he used to drop passes when when they had Jordy and who's the other receiver they had there?
Jennings.
Nah, it was. I don't think he played with Jennings, but
Cobb.
Cobb. Yeah. When they had Jordy,
first time Cobb.
Yeah. So you don't Reek in your top 5?
Nah. Because I look at it as far as like route run, like so Reek could get 200 yards, it'd be on bombs. What we gotta do? Then he'll have a game where like he don't have any catches. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's not.
I don't know when that happened.
Yo, look at the stats.
I had him on my fantasy team last 2 years. That never happened.
That never happened. When he didn't like. To me, if I'm talking about route running, I'm not picking him. He's a great player, yeah. But route running, nah, he ain't touching these. He's fast. That's what he did. He's fast. Like these guys can still run the routes when they lose their speed.
So
you know what I mean?
Separate question: who you taking in fantasy, Robinson or Reek first? Come on, man.
I'm gonna take Tariq.
All right. I just said fantasy, so it's not real.
It's fantasy. It's not real life. You know what I'm saying? But who I know who will be more consistent? Robinson. Consistent. Look at the stats. Just look at the stats.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all good.
All right, so I'm gonna do my receivers. You do your QBs after?
Yeah.
All right, so number 5, I got Michael Thomas. Injuries aside or whatever, just catch everything, man. Just got a nice good hands, could throw the ball low, high, catch the ball across the middle. Number 4, I think when we have this conversation in 2 years, he could probably be the best in the NFL. DK Metcalf, because dude got like alien type of like strength, like the whole fact that he was able to chase Buda Baker down like that was like some Terminator type stuff. So like for him to be like the size he is with that type of speed, I mean like
he's fast, yo.
You can't get physical with him on the line. No. Because he's too strong, and he's only like 22, 23. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a longevity for me. Even with Reek, like Reek hasn't been doing this for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for like 6 years, I'm like, all right, like this ain't no like, they ain't figure you out yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't put him in there. That's why I didn't put DK. But of course they beast.
3, I got D-Hop. Dude, like outside of Larry Fitzgerald, like I don't know a dude in the last 10, 12 years that had better hands. Like dude just catches everything.
With trash quarterbacks besides Watson
and Kyler.
Yeah, now I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look, and Kyler, like he ain't really proved like he nice like that. He's not
a bum though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's not a bum, but he ain't like certified nothing.
Nah, but he's a solid quarterback. He ain't like Osweiler.
Matt Schaub, I think was there. Osweiler.
Yeah, Matt Schaub. 2, I got Tyreek Hill, man. I used to think of Tyreek Hill.
Love Tyreek.
Nah, man. I used to think of him. I'm thinking about what he does to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
changes it.
Like if you put Ramsey on Allen Robinson, or you put Ramsey on, like, I ain't gonna say Devontae eats everywhere. But if you put Ramsey on an above average, even DK, like I saw him shut down DK last year.
But I also think that Reek, he's nice, he's great, but he can be stopped. You saw what happened in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like
it wasn't. No one stopped them. The defensive line stopped them. It wasn't anybody that stopped him.
But even the cornerback, the one that he toasted back in like week 3 or whatever, 8. Like he got a pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people was eating. Like people were like, I'm not saying he's not great, but I think his route running ain't the best. Like he ain't the best route runner.
It's not the best route running. The way I'm looking at it, I think he's the most dangerous receiver in the game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You can score from anywhere in the field. And I used to think he was just I thought he was like a Deshaun Jackson type of guy. But I really watch him play. Like Deshaun Jackson ain't going across the middle. Deshaun, like I think he's a game changer. So I think he's most dangerous receiver in football. And I got Devontae's the best receiver in football. He could just do anything. He could catch bubbles. He could catch
anything he wants.
Bubble screen and run you over. Slant route. He could catch a deep pass. It's like the touchdowns he gets on the goal line are like running plays. It's crazy.
Pretty much what they are.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Devontae number 1. Your top 5 quarterback, and go with your heart, not your head.
Of course. So 5. I have one honorable mention too that I would have threw in there, but
go with your head, not your heart. I'm sorry.
Josh Allen's number 5. I'm talking about like right now, right? So I know the wide receivers talk about longevity, but when I look at the quarterback, it's a little different because quarterbacks to me, they have to know everything, first of all, what's going on.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff's coming at them. And the way Josh Allen was handling that offense, the first year, he didn't look great. We all know that. Right. But once he got in his pocket, he was like in Alabama or something. Like a top tier college program, he's picking people apart. So I got him at number 5, and he's young. I got number 4. I got Russ. I got Russell Wilson just because of his intangibles. Great quarterback.
Good leader.
Good leader. Think about Russell Wilson, though. I do think that Seattle messed up by letting Russ cook. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Russ, Seattle was a running team. Mm-hmm. Russ is gonna get his numbers, but you're not gonna win. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like when they were running the ball and Russ still did his thing, then like, yo, you can't stop that. Right. But now you want to have Russ throw 25, 30 times a game. You're not gonna win, but he's gonna get his numbers because he's No, he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
I mean, they had Marshawn before though. Like that's different. You don't have a Marshawn right now.
Yeah, but they can run by committee. Like sometimes I think they force to air it out because they want Russ to cook and give him all this money.
Right.
So when you give Russ the money, you can't pay for the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why it's gonna be his downfall. But he's gonna have the numbers though. But I still got him having number 4. Aaron Rodgers, I give it number 3. Just because he's great, but something about Aaron Rodgers just doesn't click for me with certain things. Like he's that great, but only had 1 chip. You know what I'm saying? It's like something weird, but it's like you don't know what he's missing. And I always feel, and I know we both kind of watch the same thing. So Colin Cowherd says it all the time, but I've seen it years ago that like he's a front runner. So like when he's losing, it's like he tanks it and he kind of like gets mopey. That's kind of whack to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But skill set, he's great. But it's something missing to me with that because he only won Super Bowl. Number 2, we got the GOAT, Tom Brady, no explanation. Might have a chance to get his 8th ring this year.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, like I don't see it happening, but it can happen because you got everybody back. Like why not? It should be the favorite.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
But and number 1, man, I got Mahomes, man. Just because of what he's doing in the past 3 years, it's been great. But the thing about Mahomes that I'm a little nervous about is it sustainable? Only because his stuff is like ad-libish. He's great at what he does, and he's only like 24, 25, maybe that. Right. That's good, but eventually you lose because he's not the most athletic dude out there. He had a great arm, and I think he's going to start taking hits.
See, I don't think he ad-libs like that. Like when I think of ad-libs, I think of Lamar Jackson.
Well, by ad-lib, but a lot of his plays are broken though. Like when he go back to the Super Bowl with the 49ers, when he did that pass, a lot of stuff was him off his back foot moving around,
right,
and making the play. Like that probably only he can make. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he has his sets, you know what I'm saying, with 3-step drop, let it go. But when he started moving around, it when it gets crazy because you got Kelsey cutting, you got Derrick, you got Kelsey moving around. Yeah. So I don't know if they can sustain that, but right now he's my number 1 quarterback in the league. And then my honorable mention, Deshaun Watson, man. I think people don't understand how nice that dude is because he took a horrible team and won like 8 games, 9 games. Yeah. Like that team is trash. Like everybody knows. Like so they're probably gonna win like 4 games this year. Yeah, if he doesn't play, but he took teams like that and made it to the playoffs.
Right.
So I think if he had better supporting cast around him, on the offensive side of the ball, besides when they get rid of D-Hop, but he never really had that like besides D-Hop in a solid running game. Like he definitely would be a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
So, all right. So who you got? Your running backs, right?
Running backs. I got number 5. When I'm thinking about my running backs, I'm thinking about like people that could like do everything. You know what I'm saying? Or just I don't know if I was running the team who I pick. This would be my top 5. I got Christian McCaffrey, number 5. Christian McCaffrey's great. I mean, he catches passes. Tons of passes, shifty and stuff like that. I just like there's something about a guy you can run the ball with 25 times if you really needed to. And to me, he doesn't seem like that guy. He's a great hybrid piece and everything like that. But I got him at 5. 4, I got Kamara because I think he can catch the ball as well as McCaffrey, but he can run in the tackles better. What I saw the difference to that one is 3, and I think he's gonna have a huge bounce back. Yeah, I got Zeke number 3. I mean his first 4 years out of the gate, like you got to give him.
You've been watching Hard Knocks too much.
Nah, I only caught the first couple episodes. I ain't even gonna talk about him, but I got Zeke number 3. He could catch the ball well enough. He reminds me of like one of those old school backs too, like from back in the day.
Marshall Faulk type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's Marshall Faulk, but you know what I mean.
Right. Number 2, Derrick Henry. I mean, dude, I don't know if you saw that stat. You see how many carries he had in high school?
Nah, I mean,
it was like child abuse. He had like 1,500 carries in high school.
That should never happen.
I was like, yo, he had like, I can't remember the touchdowns. It was like, it might have been like 132 touchdowns or something like that.
That's ridiculous, but why is he running that kid so much? Like, what's going on?
But out of those 1,500 tackles, he probably only like was tackled like 300 times.
300 times.
The same size. If anything, he got pushed out of bounds.
Where they're like, nah, go over there, big fella.
You know, they probably had him on defense too, like a DN or something.
I don't know. People in school, he probably was like, nah. A powerhouse that was like, nah, bro, he's gonna run the ball. Like, he ain't gonna have you on D. Now, if he went to like a group 2 joint, he definitely playing both.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. They gonna turn over on downs. He just turn around to the other side. No sub, no water.
Word up. Get a break at halftime.
And my favorite, I think Dalvin Cook's the best running back in the league, barring injuries, because I think he can do what Kamara and Zeke can do as well, and he can run way better than both of them. So I got Dalvin fast too, man.
He nice
Yeah.
For FSU. All right, my top 5. 5, Alvin Kamara. I think pretty much everything that you said. Dude is a monster. You know, he's small in stature, but he's bigger than you think. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like small. You know what I'm saying? He might look small on TV.
He's like 215 on Snake.
Yeah, but I have him at 5 just because I want to see how he does without Drew Brees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of his success might have been based off of the respect for Drew Brees and him calling certain plays and current audibles and checking down to him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I want to see what he does with Jameis, who has LASIK, so he can see now. So let's see how he plays with a quarterback that, you know, is not as elite as Brees. Number 4, I'm sorry, I have Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb is probably one of the most underrated backs. Like Cleveland's strong this year too, but Nick Chubb is like, yo, he just get the job done. Like he might not catch a lot of passes, he can catch it, but you have Kareem Hunt for that if you need to. Right. And now how the NFL is going, the dual back is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So like you might be able, like prime example, like Zeke is every down back, but Tony Pollard going to get at least 12 touches. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just how the game is set up. They don't want guys to get hurt. So it's my number 4. Number 3, Christian McCaffrey. Same thing you said. I don't see him as every down back just because of his stature. He's similar to Kamara, but he's not as strong, you know, when it comes to like taking those hits. You know what I'm saying? He's fast, I don't know what. He can do everything that you need him to do, but he definitely needs a 1B to his 1A. Number 2, Dalvin. You know, Dalvin just gotta stay healthy, man. Like I took him, he would have been my number 1, but I put him at number 2 just because he's always getting hurt, like nicked up in some fashion. And I don't even see and he fumbles sometimes too. Like I've seen him fumble a few times, you know, where I was kind of surprised, but he's always taking like a hard hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never like some running backs or some people can like avoid a big hit. They might slide a little bit. He's taking hits. He's getting hammered. And I'm like, how long can his body hold up? And my number 1, man, is Derrick Henry, because I've never seen nobody like Derrick Henry in my life. You know, like he reminds me of like a throwback Earl Campbell type of running back, like I've never seen before, like physically watch TV. When he's stiff arming grown men and throwing them to the sideline, it's like, yo, that's ridiculous. Like
Josh Norman, like that's a real dude, Josh Norman.
Yeah. He wasn't even there. So like what he's doing is crazy. So I don't, my thing with him is I don't know how long he can hold it up, but he's doing something right because his body hasn't broken down on him yet. And he's about 27 years old. Like he's not like 24. Yeah. You know, 1,500 carries in high school, probably 1,300 in Alabama. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. And then they use him like crazy in Tennessee. This year it might be a little, yo, you can't even put 8 in the box no more. You got Julio and AJ Brown. What are you gonna do?
I know.
He gonna eat this shit.
Tannehill been solid in that system too.
Yep, he gonna eat out there. So that's my number 1, man.
I just want to look up his high school carries real quick.
Just a 1,500 count carry.
Yeah, I was looking at it yesterday.
Yeah, I start from freshman year, right?
All right. I'm gonna assume so.
He ain't start, man. He didn't start his junior year, something like that.
No, I'm looking at his one season. His senior year, he had 462 carries, 4,261 rushing yards, 9 per carry. He had a 80-yard touchdown was his one. He had 55 touchdowns his senior year.
That's why went to Alabama. That's why.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. Yeah.
55 touchdowns.
Damn.
So
he's playing at one of the top schools, or was it like a lower group or lower level or something? Because
I don't know. He played 48 games, had 1,400 carries, his career, 48 games, 1,400 carries, 12,124 yards. He averaged 252 rushing yards a game his whole career. 153 touchdowns.
He playing against Webster.
You're right.
What's going on, yeah? That's crazy. So you got your Super Bowl pick, yeah?
I got a rematch, man.
Got a rematch.
I got a rematch, man. I think
I like it though.
I think Kansas City beat them this time. I don't know, man. I was even hesitant putting Tampa Bay there, honestly. But Brady keep defying odds, and I can't bet against him at this point.
Yeah.
But I think Kansas City showed up the line a little bit, so I think
they did a good job with that.
That was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Getting killed.
Yeah,
like a jailbreak every time.
It don't even matter who the quarterback is at that point.
Oh yeah.
So, who you got?
I got I'm gonna keep it home team, man. Because I'm gonna keep it home team
because that's what you do. That's why.
Nah, because we got the rosters to go to the Super Bowl. Like you gotta understand, if they didn't get injured last year, they were in the running to go to the Super Bowl again. You feel what I'm saying? So
in the running, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. So this year, the same team is back.
I don't think Garoppolo's good enough. And I know you got Trey Lance, and I don't think he has enough experience.
Garoppolo's good enough to get you there if you do what you got to do. So, anyway, my Super Bowl picks, I got the 49ers versus the Bills. I'm picking the Bills. I'm picking the 49ers to win.
Love the Bills, yeah.
Yo, I love the Bills. I'm picking the Bills to get there because Kansas City, they kind of scare me, though. As far as, they've had success, a lot of great success. We know that. Short of the line, but it's you gotta see. I don't fully trust. I don't fully trust the stuff that they're doing. The running game is I love Mahomes though. I love Mahomes. I'm not gonna say I don't do that. Love that, but you got Tyreek and you got Kelsey. All right. Who else is Who else is you know what I'm saying?
I mean, those two guys are arguably top in their positions though.
No, yeah, but okay, you have that, but I don't know. I just don't see them coming out. I see them going to the playoffs, of course, but I just don't think that they're gonna come out. It's too hard for that to happen. Not 4 years in a row.
But Buffalo can't run the ball at all.
Yes.
At all.
Yeah, but I still like Buffalo's team the way it's set up better than Kansas City's.
I don't know, man.
Barring the quarterback thing. I think Allen can go toe-to-toe with Mahomes. Mahomes is better, of course. We can go toe-to-toe with him.
I think it's going to take a team like Cleveland to beat Kansas City because what they could do. That's a team I think that could beat them because they could really run the ball. If for some reason there was a turnover and for some reason Cleveland got up 10-0, Kansas City might be in trouble.
But
between Hunt and Chubb.
This is why Cleveland. I don't pick Cleveland to win it, to do anything, because I feel that Cleveland. My man. What's the quarterback's name?
Baker.
Baker Mayfield thinks that he's a superstar, but he's not. He can be a good quarterback, but he has to know his role. I feel like that will mess them up. That's why I think the 49ers could do well, because Jimmy Garoppolo knows that he's not that superstar. You feel what I'm saying? He knows his role. He's like, all right, what you need me to do? And he'll do it. And I think that's why somebody like that mindset, if you don't have a superstar quarterback like an Aaron Rodgers or whatever, there's only 5 of them in the league. You need a guy like that, yo, this is my role. And I'm going to piggyback off a strong running game, strong defense, and make that play when I need to make the play. So that's why I think that who can beat Kansas City or anybody. But yeah, so that's what I got, man. We'll see what happens though. But barring injury, watch. I guarantee they be deep in the playoffs, barring injury.
I guess we'll see. All right. Let's tap into some music. This Donda album. I love yeah, you know that. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was too much for me anyway.
Lots of going on with it.
I feel like it was a lot of it was the stuff he had from leftovers from the Life of Pablo, leftovers from Yeezus, and leftovers from Jesus is King. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was just all meshed together. And all right, let me put out all the 27 joints I got that I ain't put out. That's what it felt like to me.
And none of those albums I've ever listened to.
Yeah. Oh, the Life of Pablo stuff. Jesus is King. I mean,
in its totality, maybe a song or two.
I like
never the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm gonna listen to gospel, it's not gonna be from Kanye. That's where I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I need some take me to the King. You know what I'm saying?
You need some Timberland Man or something.
Yeah, that's it, man. But I did like so what I did was, instead of like downing the album or whatever, I took the 7-8 songs I liked and made a playlist, and that was Donda for me. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, my take on the album, man, is that I listened to it in its totality. I'll never listen to it again. But I'm not. It's not in a diss though. Like, we talk about the Drake album after this, but the Donda album, I look at Kanye like a real artist. So it's like, when I hear his music, I hear the passion in the music. You know what I'm saying? That is lacking in other areas. Like, you know what I'm saying? In other artists too. Like, so like, you're not gonna like everything. We get it, but I get what his headspace was when he made the album. I understand like what he's trying to, portray. I think that resonates with people more than like the typical singles or the, you can't really, that's kind of like we saw what happened with the Dipset against the Lox. It's timeless music versus like the time music.
Right.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never listen to it again because it's too long and I just probably never will. But yeah. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was all right. I actually liked it better than Drake joint. But we'll get into that.
The Drake joint I like, but like the Drake joint is like how I like all his joints. Like I don't think Drake has a classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's I don't know, man. I got like a singing Drake playlist for whenever I get in the mood to hear something like that. And I got like one thing I will tell you: if Drake puts a number or a time on the track, he's gonna go ham. 3 a.m. in Calabasas, whatever it is. That's when you know you're gonna get the real rapping Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was it? This one? It was like 7 a.m. and
that joint.
Yeah, that joint go hard.
That's tough. It was tough.
Yeah, it was just kind of like it was a Drake album for me. Like I love Drake, but like his albums never really like, I like Take Care a lot. I like Nothing Was the Same.
To me, Far Gone mixtape, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think he has a classic though, but but what he does so well is off of all those albums, he has 4 or 5 songs that just smash the charts. So because of that, like, that keeps him high in the ranks, in my opinion.
True. So another album I will never listen to again, but I did listen to it in its entirety to kind of get the vibe of it. I think all right, we all know Drake can rap. We all know he's a good rapper, but Glasses Malone said something that really stuck with me on something. He was just talking. He was like, yo, what has Drake added to hip hop? And I was like, let me think about it. He didn't say it in a bad way. Like, yo, he's a great rapper. We know he's dope, like what he does. But what's his story? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the hip? Because like most of hip hop is a story behind. Like, so it's like, right. What do you bring into the culture? Like, so when I look at Kanye, producer, rapper, fashion, whatever, right? When I look at Drake, I don't really know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with him in a sense there. I think Drake's done more for music than hip hop.
Exactly. So I look at Drake as like Nike, right? Manufacturing, boom, boom, boom. Assembly line, know what to do. Yo, you want to hear a little Caribbean vibe? Got you. You want to hear? You want me to sing a little bit? Got you. You want me to rap? Got you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, listen to that album to me was like someone trying, like it was like a new rapper, a new artist trying to find a sound.
See, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
See, when I think of Drake and like people get like upset with Drake about like not rap. Like I don't think he considers himself to just be a rapper though.
No, he's not. He's an artist. He's an entertainer. To me, he's entertaining to me. So I don't knock him for it. But like, if I want to hear an R&B album, I'm gonna listen to an R&B singer. Like, if I'm gonna hear an R&B album, I'm gonna listen to Black, or I'm gonna listen to the Ty Dolla songs I want. Yeah. I'm gonna listen to people that he has on the album. I'm gonna listen to The Weeknd. So I don't need to hear you like doing that because they do it better. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but because of that, but I like what he does, but it's just not for me when it comes to the singing part. Now, when he raps, you know he's nice. We all know that. That's kind of was my vibe with the album. And I looked at like Kanye as like a pair of Rick Owen kicks, like something different. Like it's something that you might not like, but you look at it, you can say, yo, that's art. I get it. When I look at Drake, I look at like a conveyor belt. Like, yo, what you need? You know what I'm saying? What you need, I got you. Boom, 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 boom. So it's kind of like it takes away from me because I know he cares about his music. Everyone does that does music, but it seems like it's premeditated to go like, yo, I'm gonna give you that West Indian vibe for that. I'm gonna grab Tim's on the joint because that essence is popping. So I'm gonna grab him and put this on him on that. So you're gonna like that, and you're gonna like I'm so sexy, which is trap, which is terrible. That song is horrible. Mm-hmm. But I got what he was trying to do with the vibe of the album. So, but he's definitely a great artist, and I think he's needed. You know what I'm saying? What he does is needed for the game. But it's just something that I can't really get into no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know why, but it's just what it is.
So I know you want to talk, just play the Andre 3K thing. I haven't
heard 3K joint. All right, yo. So everyone that hasn't heard, so Andre 3000 had a little clip and said why he stopped doing music. You know what I'm saying? And it made perfect sense to me. What I've been saying to you offline on here about certain things. So I'm gonna play it. I want everybody to check it out.
Hip hop. First, you have to be hip, and the older you get further away from the hipness. I mean, you can know what's going on, but you know, there's always new slang, there's always new rhythms, new patterns, all that kind of stuff. And once you start trying to imitate that thing, I mean, people see it, man, you know, and it becomes embarrassing at a point. And this is just my personal opinion. Like I, you know, just feel like I, you know, wouldn't have much to offer, you know, to the game after a certain point. You know, it's like being a boxer. I've seen my heroes not be as cool. And it's not that they're not as good as they were when they started. It's just the world progressed. The world actually took them in and learned everything they're doing and spit it back out in a whole new way. You just order.
Yeah. So when he said that, I heard it. I was like, yo, this is what I've been trying to put it together, concise. And he said it just what I was trying to say. So to elaborate on that, how I always feel, depends on when you start in the game as far as being like a popular. I mean, like I'm talking about being a mainstream rapper. I'm not talking about someone that ain't mainstream. If you start rapping when you're 18 years old and everyone knows who you are, prime example, 16, 17, LL Cool J, right? 16, 17, he's been the man. He's been LL Cool J since then. It comes to a time when you got to transition out because you're not hip, right? Part of hip hop is being hip. Right. You're not as young anymore. So you're not outdated. You're not as close to what the streets is actually doing, all the people want to hear, right? Because you just evolve, right? Like if you were at the club all the time listening to songs, now you picking up your kid from soccer practice and going to XYZ, different mindset. If you already was popping like that, you gotta fall back a transition, I feel. All because you start beginning to be corny. Now, if you start rapping later in your career and you popped, to me, that's different because people might not know enough about you. They want to know more. So if you start rapping, say if you was 29 and got like you're 30 years old, keep going as long as you can, because no one really knew who you were for the first 30 years of your life. So you got a real big story. If I've seen you since you was 16, I pretty much know you. And that's just only for mainstream guys. And that's why we talked about like the Hov stuff. Hov is doing it right now. By giving them verses. He's throwing verses out there. It's no albums, hopefully. It's just the verses, but that keeps you kind of like inquiring about him a little bit, a little mysterious about him. But you don't want to hear, at least me, I don't want to hear a full-fledged project from a dude that was my idol, musically, right now.
And I get that.
And he's 55. I don't want to hear that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he you know what I'm saying? Like, what can he really, he's not tapped into the culture like that. He's tapped into the culture, but he's from afar. He might have somebody, like a little nephew or a cousin that can, but you know what I'm saying? So how you feel about that comment that he put? That's one of my favorite rappers too.
I'm with him, man. And then for him, it's just like, you know, don't rap just for the sake of rapping either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't like when Jay-Z put 444 out. I don't think he was rapping for the sake of rapping. That was the first time in his career I felt like he was like giving back,
trying to teach something.
Jewels.
Yeah.
So the stuff he was saying, it was just like legacy stuff. You know, even the stuff like why I'm gonna buy Belvedere when Puff got Ciroc. Like that's the stuff. That's the type of time I was feeling.
Yeah.
Now, if those type of jewels, I don't want to hear Hov talk about coke anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if he's talking about what he's doing now, and it sounds dope, gotta have both elements.
Yeah.
and it sounds dope, then I'm cool with it, and that's why I didn't mind 444. But like you said, like if it's not gonna be that type of vibe, I don't necessarily want another album either. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So I think what Dre said was perfectly correct. Like as you get to a certain age, if you can't do both, meaning have substance in your material and still be nice, what are you doing it for? You never want to hear somebody like 48 years old or something talking about on the corner doing whatever. Like
right.
Like
I think you can. I think you can do it, but I think like for him, he probably has nothing else to say, which is fine. Like don't just make something up just for the sake of rapping.
And that's what comes with being out for a long time, right? Hope came out when he was like 26, so he had like a little later start than everybody else. I mean, as far as like mainstream.
Yeah.
But he had a whole story with 26 years of his life. But he rapping for 30.
Right.
Oh, you done said everything almost. Like so it's like, I remember Schoolboy Q was like, I couldn't write an album because I didn't know what the hell to say anymore. He's like, I didn't spoke about everything I could speak about, so I need to take a mental break to try and figure something else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure a lot of artists go through some similar situations, but a lot of them don't stop doing the music. They keep putting stuff out that's not hitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So
that's fair.
That was kind of a dope thought
Good
process,
for him.
Dre.
Good for him acknowledging it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's still one of my top. He's my top 10. You know, so.
All right, and just that's gonna close out, man.
Man.
R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams, man. I mean,
crazy.
You know, AKA Omar, man. You know, he's an iconic character, iconic actor. And his character was like one of the biggest oxymorons in the history of TV. So it's just brilliant writing. I don't know, man. It's just sad, man. You never know what people are going through. That addiction was real. So I want to say rest in peace to him. We definitely lost a great actor. Yeah. By all accounts, a great dude.
Yeah, man. You never know what people going through. I know I had heard something about him doing some struggles with certain things, but you just never think about it. But like someone says, you gotta stop. Like us in general, people, like they stepping all on these drugs, man. These ain't the same drugs. Like
I know. Yeah.
Like these ain't the same drugs that you might used to. And he was like he was like 54, I believe, when he passed. So he probably, was dabbling with stuff back in the day. You know how it go. Like it's different. That stuff was more pure than what they're doing right now. Like now, you have like I saw like a little speck of fentanyl. It said it was like lethal, like a little drop of it. You know what I'm saying? Smaller than a penny, like a little, like they lacing everything, man. So you had the comedians that got caught up out there.
Yeah.
Then he passed, and it's all going back to that. So, like, I don't know, man. Stay off the drugs. Try to get help with it. Smoke something. Don't don't mess with.
Yeah, that was a crazy week. Did you see Raising Kanan too?
Nah, it's crazy. I'm like about 4 or 5 episodes back. I haven't watched it in a while. So it was about I know what about the fentanyl thing that 50. What's another thing that was kind of crazy to me, Like, I know that they had, I don't know if you saw that little comment that 50 made.
Yeah, I did.
Like they had a little thing going on because 50 and Jimmy Hinchman, who's in jail, who it was real good friends with Michael K. Williams and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, man. When something like that happened, if you got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Like, just be quiet, man. I mean, he can do what he want to do. He's a grown man. I don't care either way, but it's just like when you see that, it's kind of like, damn, you know what I mean? Like,
it's got to be a line somewhere.
Gotta be a line, especially if someone ain't like, if there's no hands, what's happening? Like, it's not like a
real
beef. Like, if someone said that he just defended his people, he didn't disrespect you, and you gonna say something like that, it's kind of like, that's wild to me. But it is what it is, man. He's been doing that for his whole career, so it's no surprise.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
So, all right. Thank y'all for checking in. Episode 75. Got some more heat on the way. Wrapped up our summer break, family time, and all that.
Word.
The older you get.
But you can catch the Great Minds Podcast on Instagram at the Great Minds Podcast, Twitter at the Great Minds P1.
Salute. Real quick, yo. Shout out Michael Finkley. Yeah, yo, we repping it.
Appreciate
award today.
Appreciate you with
Appreciate
the drip,
that,
brother.
yo. For real.
Right.
Keep doing your thing.
Peace out.
Great minds think alike. Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. Let's rock. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast. 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 Derrick and Vaughn, oh boy, like Cam on a song. Culture safe now, thank God. The panic is gone. Time to heal from the pain. Take the bandages off. You gotta win. The stakes are high like a cannabis bomb. Okay, it's game time. Picture with the balls, that's a FaceTime. Great minds spreading faster than a rumor through the grapevine. Vaughn and Derrick, deserve the merit. All salute. It's more than just a podcast show. It's like a movie. Vaughn and Derrick, what up? Great minds think alike. It's the Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. It's the Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. It's the Great Minds Podcast. Great minds think alike. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast. You're now tuned into the Great Minds Podcast.